This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
8:08 and a half.
I love how they're not aware.
As I'm being talked over here. Today is the 25th day of February in the year 2020 Anno Domini. This is the Den Ken's Den.
The views expressed by the host during his monologue are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield Community Programming Channel, Westfield State University, 89.5, the Radio Club, our underwriters, the school administration and staff, the ringing television. Is that what it's still ringing? It sounds like it was on. Anyways, and everybody else. And now...
Yes, it was ringing.
Like how I got that into the disclaimer?
Well, that's how I was reminded.
That's how you
and
roll, baby.
I don't really care for that look, but I'm going to roll with it. I'm not talking about the chroma. I'm talking about the look, the camera angle.
Well, we have a lot of people coming in today.
Yeah, I know. You know what, Pete?
What's going on, Ken?
You know what, Kathy?
Uh-oh. It's a twofer.
Robert, You know what?
Oh, tell us.
He's warning all of us.
Have you any idea what today is?
It's Fat Tuesday.
Yes, I know
Shrove
it's Fat
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And you know what that means, right?
We do.
Mardi Gras.
Yep. No.
No.
No more punchki.
It's the end of Punchki season.
No way. I thought it was the beginning of Punchki.
No, it's the end.
It's the end.
This is Punchki Day in Poland.
I tried to tell you, Bob, today bring in the Punchkis.
Yeah. Well, I was going to, but they were too heavy to carry.
They are heavy.
Honest to God, they are heavy.
Were the tonal qualities adjusted on this microphone during this past week?
No.
It's loud.
Yeah. Must be my ears. The punchki is more than just a donut.
It's a way of life.
Did you know that That's a commercial. Did you know that the first punchki were actually savory?
Really?
Yeah, the punchki's roots, okay, they date back to the Middle Ages when they were filled with pork fat and fried in lard.
Ooh.
Pork fat
eating.
rules. Seriously. All right? Like many things in Poland, all right, punchki have roots in Catholicism. All right? They were created as a way to use up all the available sugar, eggs, butter,
To use it.
lard, and other goodness before Lent, during which folks, they have to give up an indulgence for 40 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rather than let all that stuff spoil, they whipped up what can best be described as the Polish equivalent of a huge donut. Did you know these things also unite the classes?
Really?
Yes. No. Yes. During the Middle Ages pre-Lenten celebrations, the rich dined on roast game and other delicacies. Peasants let loose with cabbage and jellied pig's knuckles.
Ooh, delicious.
Pig's knuckles. Punchki, however, were the common ground between the upper and lower classes, with rich and poor alike gorging on them.
Yum.
Hey, did you know that they were revolutionized by royalty?
No.
Yes. It was Polish King August III. All right? A monarch, all right, who was way more interested in hanging out around Europe and eating as much as he could than in ruling.
Oh.
All right? He is often credited with the punchki ditching savory for sweet. You know why?
No, why?
That's because he hired a bunch of French cooks to do their thing in his castle, and their thing was making extremely delicious desserts. This man gave us the punchki as we know it.
How impressive is
But
that?
wait, there's more!
Okay.
You can get them in beer form.
What do you mean in beer form?
Beer form?
In a move that would make Peter Griffin drool himself to the point of dehydration, Grand Rapids, Michigan-based Brewery Vivant has its own Fat Tuesday tradition in the form of Fat Punchki,
No way.
annually released amber ale brewed with dried prunes and powdered sugar. The bad news, it will only be available at the brewery when it's released on Fat Tuesday today.
Oh, we can't get there in time.
Hey, did you know these things can also be consumed in sport?
No.
The punchki eating record stands at 23 pastries in 15 minutes, held by Matt Holowichi of Plymouth, Michigan.
Ooh.
Eating? But wait a minute. How many did he eat?
23 of them in 15 minutes.
No.
23 punchkis and holy mother.
No.
And now they're all gone.
He's gone as well.
But their memory lives on.
What joy comes to Kenny now? It's still winter. It is still cold. I don't think I'm flying out anywhere until May.
How sad.
So that brings 2 months of misery.
Oh, Ken.
Yes, March brings St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
Kenny's birthday.
And I will be able to buy some corned beef on the cheap and squirrel it away in my freezer for later use.
Okay.
Big whoop. Yes, St. Patty's Day is an excuse to drink. Only I already do that on a regular basis.
Well, now you have corned beef.
Day drinking would be fun. I haven't done that in years. Except the 17th falls on a Tuesday this year. Sick day, perhaps. Mm-hmm. And then there's Easter. A holiday I don't celebrate or take part in, as I consider it to be tied into a lie that went way too far. But that is another monologue altogether. The only thing good about Easter
I love it.
is that ham goes on sale. And I purchase a crap ton of candy the Monday after so I can totally mess up my diabetes.
Oh, dear.
There's nothing big to look forward to anytime soon. So next time you feel down and sad, think of me without a punchki, and you will know that you are not alone in this world.
Aww.
Let's pay our bills. We'll be back right after this.
Pasha, do you make punchkis
I
yourself?
sure.
Mississippi, in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers on the Victrola
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wait for it, Kathy. Wait for it.
We're waiting
Wait for it.
for it.
8:21 and a half.
Go.
Here on this 25th day of February.
We're good.
In the year 2020 Anno Domini. This is the Den Ken Stamsky behind the microphone, as I am each and every Tuesday. Almost.
Most Tuesdays.
Most Tuesdays.
Unless
You
you,
can get away
fly
with
away
that.
and leave us.
In the control room, Chairman of the Keys.
What?
Chairman of the Keys, did I just say that?
You did.
Chairman Meow, Kitten of the Keys, Peter Coles, a February freak of frequency modulation.
And you remembered all that. So,
He just made that one up on the fly.
No, I didn't. I've been using that one all along. You don't even listen to me anymore, do you?
No.
tries not to.
Den Mother Extraordinaire, my side chick, Kathy Palmer.
Good morning, all.
Good morning. And shortly we'll be playing Making the List, but I can't go another day without a little bit of help from my friend Bob.
It's a nice intro.
And now it's time for therapy with Bob Plass.
Oh, there's the doorbell.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
there's
he got
the
it right
doorbell.
today.
Hey, Bob, let me in.
Come on in. Come on in. Hey,
I just
Ken.
wanted to let you know how I improved a little bit since the last time I was here.
Well, wonderful. Come and sit down. Tell us all about it.
I did the you know how I was upset with the bags.
Oh, the bags from the
Yeah.
supermarkets. That
Yeah.
yeah.
And I did my version of bedazzling that broken bag.
Yes.
You mean you took a bag and you made it into something special?
Take a look. You can't even see it. That's white duct tape, which made this bag
Nice.
even stronger than
Good
before.
job.
How do you like that?
Look at that.
So if any of my listening or viewing audience
Yeah.
needs their bags repaired, I will gladly.
Is that a new service
I will,
you're offering?
I will gladly repair their $2 reusable bag
Nice.
for $10 only, and I will include an autograph for nothing.
Wow.
All right. So that is how I turn my
Just a
frown.
question.
That's how I turn my frown upside down. Bob.
Love it.
Okay. So this is the only bag that you have when you go from style. How many bags do you have?
Like 8 or 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then you've been busy this weekend.
Yeah.
He just doesn't remember to bring a bag to the store, and every time he goes, he buys another bag.
Speaking of bags,
That happened.
I want to give.
I don't know where you're going with
Well,
this
I'm
one.
beyond therapy. I just wanted to let you know
All right.
that I'm doing better now.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
And
That's good to hear, Ken.
white duct tape is the Kenny Stomsky version of bedazzling.
Wonderful. You sound great.
I did get really excited when he said bedazzle.
Yeah,
Yeah. That'll be.
I may try to go out and I'm going to go on eBay. I'm going to find blank reusable bags, and I'm going to get some glitter
Yes.
and rhinestones and whatever,
Glitter
and
bomb.
I'm going to bedazzle the hell out of a reusable bag. What do you think about
I love
that?
it.
I think it's a great
I think
idea.
the people that are bagging your groceries would love to get glitter all over their hands.
Do you think it might be an easy way for me to pick up chicks at the supermarket?
Hey, you never know.
I
Ken,
don't-
it might be
You never
cheaper.
know.
I
might
don't
be
know.
cheaper
Depends
just
what kind
finding
of chicks you're looking for.
a reusable bag company and having the Ken's Den logo printed on them, sell them for $1 a piece.
Or you could have
Oh,
your
you know, I could,
telephone number on there.
I could have the shop next
Available.
door make me.
I was thinking.
They can make me stickers with my logo
Like
on
it.
it.
Yeah, but
I
if they
like it.
dye sub-printed, it'll stay longer.
You could have Ken's
Ken's Den could be everywhere.
We could be carrying it with to Stop and Shop, and can you carry that bag into Big Y without
Sure.
confiscating
Of course you
it?
can.
Oh, you
It's a
can.
reusable bag. If
Bags
they say
anywhere.
no, then that defeats the whole purpose of what they're trying to do.
Yeah. So
If they discriminate, that's bad.
Yeah.
So we might be on to something because these bags are going to have to become more and more commonplace because the state is going towards plastic bagless operations.
It's about time.
And I'm going to give you a quick look into the future. If we cast our glance over to the monitor,
Yeah.
I have a slide for Pete to put up. All right,
Just-
that is how they handle no plastic bags at Wally World.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we were wondering, well, what's going to happen at Wally World now? Are you going to have to bring in your own bags? That is.
Which actually costs more than the plastic bags.
They
Yeah.
look like those are paper
Well,
which
bags.
is why they eliminated them in the first place.
Yep. They eliminated them not only because they were more expensive, but because all the trees were screaming and crying and dying when they were cut down. But if you take a look at that, they've actually kept their carousel, their Lazy Susan, and they modified it so that you have the stock of paper bags, but then you open it up in that front area there, and then you get to load it up. The thing is, there's no handle on these, so you're only going to be able to fill them up.
That's old school, baby.
You're only going to be able to fill those up halfway so that you can actually fold them over and get a grab of them. And
So wait. a
hey,
minute.
this is what we call an improvement.
Well, no, but they've gone back to paper, and isn't that terrible?
It's more expensive. Yeah, that's the point. That's what we were trying to tell everybody, Bob, when they came up with this cockamamie scheme to do this. And it's now you're killing trees again.
Yeah,
so what do you want?
We don't care about the trees
No,
anymore.
no.
The trees can scream. You know, internally they scream and yell and they're in pain whenever you cut them down.
I bet they are. I love my trees.
All right,
I
so
might-
that is Kenny Stomsky's glimpse into the future. I actually I needed something that I could only get at Wally World when I was up at work yesterday. That photo was taken in the Northampton Wally. That city banned bags on their own quite a while ago.
Sure.
And then, of course, I came up to that roadblock where they handed me everything in a plastic bag. You know, the cops stopped me and gave me a plastic bag. Remember
right.
that one?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
But that's a look into the future. That's how they are going to be doing it over at Wally.
Well, maybe they're going to get rid of those bags as well, paper bags, and you're going to just be able to go in and out with your own bag or carry it in your arm.
What if I'm traveling and I just don't have my bags with me, Bob? You're going to have bags at the
Look,
register.
Yeah, you
look.
have to.
Well,
But
no.
you'll
Wait,
pay
wait a
for
minute.
them.
Costco doesn't have bags at all.
No.
And
You can get a box.
Yeah, can you get a box at Costco?
Yeah, the used boxes.
Yeah.
They have a pile of boxes.
Yeah, there's stuff there for you to use.
They have boxes for
They have
us?
boxes when you go out.
When I travel and I stay in a hotel, I find the local grocery store
Right.
and I grab a few things to have in the room. All right, I'm not going to fly with my reusable bag, Bob.
Oh, but if it's bedazzled.
If it's
you've got-
bedazzled,
I know.
that might be a different story.
You can use that as
$10.99,
an
it could be
overnight
yours.
bag.
Hey, look, we're going to be playing Making the List. It's almost 8:29 and a half. I'm going to call it at that. We will be back right after this.
Cash, cold, that's what I need. need it too. I want the stars and the silver moon. I spend my money on lottery. My favorite number is 1, 2, 3. You see, I want money, lots and lots of money. I want the pie in the sky. Whoa, I want money, lots and lots of money. So don't be asking me why. I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich. Oh, oh, I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich. Full of love, peace, and happiness. Everywhere rich. Love, peace, and happiness. I want all the things that lovers do. A pocket full of dreams come true. Even things you cannot find, won't you by my side to keep you satisfied and rich. Here's what we're gonna do.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England. Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And it is time for making the list. Bob.
How?
Yes.
Bob.
Yes,
Sorry.
what would you like?
In 20 seconds, how do we play making the list?
Well, we all bring in a song about a on a particular theme. This week's happens to be the year 1990. So
Yes.
any song that was popular in 1990 is eligible today. And then we all give it a rating from 1 until to
We abuse it thoroughly.
5.
1 until 2. No.
What
20 seconds is up, Bob.
Oh, my God.
That would be 1 to 10. You were one of the creators of this.
I couldn't remember. Okay. So, and then we vote on it. And the one that gets the most votes makes the list.
I'll forget to write down the numbers. Pete, can we let me get rid of the ringing here with
Yes.
that? Can I count on you to remember to write down
give
numbers?
me a minute or so. Yeah, while we're playing the first song. We can
Okay. So we all know what's going on, and it's going to be myself playing, Kathy Palmer Robert Plath, Basha Bell, Hope Tremblay, and over in the control room, Peter Coles.
I have a dilemma.
When is it?
What's the dilemma?
I got 2 songs that I'm dilemma-ing because that's my wheelhouse, man.
You gotta pick one.
Well, usually you make yourself go first, so you
That's
need
what I'm saying.
What would be?
I got 4 songs here that could all potentially win.
Well,
You
play.
want me to let? I'll let you guys pick
Play-
1 through 4.
We're gonna pick you a number 1 through 4.
You guys come up with a number,
2.
and I'll
2
play
or
that.
4.
2 or 4.
25 or 6 to 4.
That's a good song too, but it wasn't 1990. I checked.
I'll go with the 2.
Okay.
3 for 2. There you go.
All right, first song.
Yeah.
All right. We did our commercial, so I guess we're gonna be good. All right, first song.
Rhythm Nation from the album of the same name, second single released
Jesus,
in collaboration with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Did you do the 12-inch dance single?
No, that's the album version. Jackson developed the song's concept in response to various tragedies in the media, deciding to pursue a socially conscious theme by using a political standpoint with an upbeat dance music. In the United States, it peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped the Hot R&B, hip-hop, and dance club song charts. It also peaked within the top 40 most singles charts worldwide. Rhythm Nation received several accolades, including a BMI Top Pop Award for Most Played Song, and a Billboard Award for the Top Dance Club Play Symbol, and a Grammy nomination for Jackson as Producer of the Year. Has been included in 2 of Jackson's greatest hits collections, and it's just a great song. All 4 songs are good. I mean, like I had Depeche Mode in there. I had Just a Friend, Biz Markie. 1990 was at the end of the big 80s. And just on that hip-hop revolution, so it was an eclectic mix of songs for the year. And very hard to pick a song. Very, very hard to pick a song. Because dance club music was just starting to hit. The R&B was taking over. There was a little bit of rap that was in there. And there was still rock and roll. And there was the big 80s sound in there, too. It was a great year for music. I'm actually looking forward to the year-end countdown show, Kenny, this year.
I tell you something, that this is a song that I
assume you're scoring yourself a 10.
Yes, Bob, this is a socially conscious song now. I went lefty for you.
It is.
I know it. I know it's a socially conscious song. I think it kind of is boring. Are
you saying leftist activism is boring, Bob?
No,
I'll agree with you on that, but
no, not at all, not at all.
And you're being
Bob,
silent.
This is one of the songs I picked out especially for you.
Yes, well, I know, and I like the idea of the social activism, but I don't like. I'm not crazy about. I love
Kenny's going DNC on me right now.
No, it's what I like. No, what I like about it is that when you have a video, it's great. Because you're watching Janet move.
I immediately thought of that video. I can
But
visualize
Bob,
that.
every
video.
song in this year in this era was video driven.
Yeah.
Yes,
every single. I consider
doing
doing videos for every single song in this one.
Gotcha. Well, I will tell you that I'm still going to give you a 7.5, only because it's repetitive.
Oh.
It's a dance song, Bob. That's the whole point.
I understand. It's repetitive, but I'll give you that half a point for the political activism streak in this song.
Oh, how nice, Bob. You could have gone higher than a 7.
7.5. I gave you a 7.5.
Yeah, you gave me the half a point for the political activism. Big whoop.
All right. 7.5. Yes.
Baja?
Well, it's Janet Jackson, so she's amazing no matter what.
Yeah.
For all the credit and props in the world. I would
hear
have
the
to say
butt coming.
Well, no, but for hearing it, I wouldn't have thought of the year 1990 or that era. I mean, I knew it was somewhere in that realm of things. And
I'm surprised.
Like, hope I did picture the video and I did kind of see everything. So for that, I'm going to give it an 8. But
I'll
otherwise,
take it.
I did like the song.
Hope, you want to go next?
Sure. I liked that song a lot, but I immediately think of that video and that like military style dance that they did.
One of the hardest dance numbers to do.
And it's a really cool video. So but I also agree, like it's a very repetitive, it's a very long song.
They're all long.
I do like
the entire
it.
year, no song was under 4 minutes.
Oh.
I checked.
Well, you know.
There's very few songs under 4 minutes.
I think though, because I really enjoyed like the kind of like what I get in my mind, the vision I get in my mind of from hearing that song. I don't know. I think I'm gonna agree with Bob on 7.5.
Listen to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Okay, I'll go
feeling
next.
Yeah.
I love the song, and you're right. You just see the video in your brain, and you hear the dancing and the movement. You can just visualize everybody moving. I'm going a 9.
Thank you. And now I'm going to get really torpedoed. Ken Stomsky.
It brought me back. It brought me back
When to 1990?
To 1990.
To your 252 days.
When even in 1990, I was
frequented the 252, yeah.
Janet Jacksoned out.
Oh, really?
Because
that Rhythm
early.
Nation was her biggest album.
And every song on that album sounded alike.
Well, that was but that is the influence of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They all their stuff.
And because of that, every song sounded alike on that album. And it's been said multiple times here, repetitive. And even in 1990, Janet Jackson came on the radio. Change the channel. I mean, I've heard this already way too many times.
I think it's visual and audio need to be together.
Because of the song, it is an iconic song. People know Rhythm Nation. See, I'm going to start at 8 because it's repetitive and sounds like all of our other songs. It gets dinged half a point, and then it gets dinged another half a point for virtual signaling.
Virtual signaling. What is that?
Virtue signaling?
Is that what is that? Salute a military thing? Virtual signaling.
Having a political stance or statement.
Oh, gotcha.
So you gave it a half point extra for that, and Ken's giving
I took it away.
Ken, you suck.
You and I would go up. He's going down.
All righty.
So what does that total me at? 7?
Yes.
All right. Not too bad. I'm almost average.
There we go.
Okay.
You know what, too? What we were talking about repetitive and how you said it, they all sounded alike from that album. It made me, when that first came out, I thought it was Control. It's like, it's
Exactly.
Control.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, it's not. So I agree with you on that now.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not out of line, Peter.
No, I know you're not.
No. I suppose.
I'm still going to give you grief about it because it's my song. Come on now.
Is Janet Jackson a dancer first and a singer second?
No.
No, you're thinking of Paula Abdul.
You're thinking of
No,
Paula
I know
Abdul.
that. But I'm just asking that
No,
question.
Janet Jackson, and that's the other thing. The competition of the time.
That's right. Yeah.
You had to be a dual threat. You had to be a dancer and a singer if you were female.
Yeah.
And she's an actress, too. So.
Yep.
Well, she was, yeah. I just wondered, it's so amazing to me that she's gotten this iconic status. I wondered whether that was because of Michael Jackson.
I'm sure it
her
helped.
producers.
Definitely helped.
Her producers. Because did she write her songs?
No.
She wrote that song.
She did write that
She
song.
did write that
The
song.
bulk of that stuff was not hers. Just like Michael, he didn't. No. Have we all
I'm sure they
scored?
had help.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have. Ready
Yeah.
for the next one?
I
Okay.
don't know about Janet.
All right. Commercial and then song.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, great. Here we go.
Thanks.
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtSpeak, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England. Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
seen on the cover of a magazine. Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean, picture of a beauty queen. Jean Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, dance on air. They had style, they had grace. Rita Hayworth gave good face. Lauren, Catherine, Manitou, Betty Davis, we love you. Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it.
Struggling actor.
Okay,
All right.
let me get rid of that ringing. Whose was that?
Mine.
Sasha Bell.
All right, preach, girl.
Well, when I think of 1990, I definitely think of Madonna. So I figured I had to. She was one of my top choices to look up for a song. And then when I looked up 1990, I thought about all the different 1990 songs that came out, and one that came literally striking to me was striking a pose with Vogue. Going from Madonna 1980 to 1990, I think this song reflects on a lot of things because it goes from the 80s pop to like the new beats of 1990 and where the music was going to and how it was starting to transform. So I thought it was a good example of what 1990 music was becoming versus leaving 1980 era into the 1990s. So that's why I picked
that's
it.
nice that you were concerned about the history of it.
Well, kinda, and I like a Vogue. Why not Vogue? Vogue.
I
saw you trying to Vogue.
I tried to
You were
Vogue.
doing more of like the country western Vogue.
Yeah, there's a little.
There was more like this kind of voguing, but I liked it.
That was my son voted.
He was like doing this. It was good.
That's the white guy dancing.
Yeah,
Oh, my
No,
God,
that is a
help me.
surprisingly good voter.
None of you guys
He
noticed
was-
that I was
yeah,
voguing the
he-
entire.
You were much
He
better
was-
voguing
I was
than
voguing
am.
the
I
entire
can't
time.
see
God.
you through there. And
Yeah.
I
You guys
didn't
all
see the
missed it.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't see you.
I was
voguing.
voguing the
Peter
entire time.
did something with his hand over his brow
I was
there.
doing. I was voguing, Bob.
Yeah.
He's voguing. I think
It's-
we're all
it-
voguing in
like
our
a-
own way.
Yeah.
I figured you guys at the end of the song would all do something, and nobody did anything. It was like,
I don't know.
We're off to a good
Do you
start.
like this song enough to give it a 10?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Apparently,
Bob,
Bob
are
does
you
not.
kidding me?
Bob, why
Bob
don't you
does.
give us
You
your
vote.
rating?
You
Look,
vote.
look.
All right.
Okay.
Bob, you went
Well,
second last time.
This song-
You
okay.
you just sit there and
I'll
wait.
keep my big
Stew,
mouth shut.
Bob.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
Dog.
Kathy.
Okay. I like Madonna. I'm going with an 8. I like Madonna. I like the song. I think it's a good choice for 1990. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Hope.
very much.
I'm vibing with this middle of the table because I was also thinking 8. I do like Madonna. I like Vogue. I think it got really overplayed though.
It did.
It did.
It's
and
okay.
But I love
1990.
Madonna.
So you're going with an 8?
I'm going with an 8.
All right.
And,
I'll take
and,
that.
and Bob's looking at me with sad puppy dog eyes because he really wants to get on this conversation. Can
I go, Ken?
And I shut him down. Pete, I would love it if you were to go now.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
It would have gotten an 8, but it was also my first choice, and Basha got it in before I did, so it gets a 7.5.
All right.
Oh, no.
That's fine.
Oh.
All right.
Thanks. I'll remember that.
That was that's one of my most favorite songs.
Really?
That's on my top 10 of all time. So I'm
You're
my person.
kidding me.
Absolutely.
Really?
Why are you only giving her 7.25?
I know you should
then?
give
because
And a quarter.
he's purposely tanking her.
Oh, rude.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a strategy.
So
Oh.
I like
Hey,
that.
I know how to play the game. I'm not the only one that
Yeah.
can just torpedo somebody.
When that song came out,
see how it goes.
I was digging it. I liked Madonna. I didn't like all of her songs. That was a good one. Even a few years later, 4 or 5 years later, I was still playing that in nightclubs, and I was mixing to it. And people still weren't tired of it. And even a few years ago, I tossed it on, and people are like, oh, yeah, this is a good song. So it's proven itself. It stood the test of time, unlike most of the songs from that era.
Yeah.
They just
They don't last.
they don't last. And that song lasted. And because of that, I am going with an 8.
Woo!
Ooh.
That's good from
You
Ken.
know,
All right,
okay,
thanks.
so Madonna's voice has never really appealed to me. It's sort of like
Here it goes.
Janet Jackson's voice. But I do like the idea that she took Bette Midler, and she is the 90s version of what we were listening to in early 80s. Bette Midler kind of like show attached to it. And well,
Where the hell are you going with this, Bob?
No. But
Okay.
the idea that she, the videos, the
entertaining.
costumes, the persona that
Storyline.
she would take on, sort of like Lady Gaga. I mean, we went from Bette Midler to this woman.
Madonna.
Madonna Sapone.
to Lady Gaga.
And a couple people in between.
And now maybe who's next in that situation? Maybe Katy Perry or
No.
no.
I don't think there is anybody right now
No.
that I would say is going to take that torch.
Yeah.
Right now, Ariana
Could
Grande.
be, but she's
Ariana
been low key
Grande?
lately.
Ah.
She's been low key lately, but I don't think she's gone.
Gotcha.
But she's never been outrageous.
What's surprising me is
Lady Gaga's the
and
outrageous
Bob
one.
and I talk about this
the show all
the show all the time, and he hasn't even brought it up. That song was the basis for the second season of Pose.
Pose. And it really had a real history in the drag balls of Harlem, which is the story of Pose. And it actually got and it was really about that.
People
And
were
it-
voguing before Madonna was voguing.
That's right. That's
And
exactly.
for real, legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
yeah.
dance style
Yeah.
long before the song.
Yeah. So putting that all together, I'm giving it an 8.
All right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Thank
wow! I
you.
did not see
Nice.
that one coming,
Yeah,
Bob.
You're not.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
you're
Right
right.
there at you, Vogan.
Oh.
This is why we can't have nice things.
We can't have nice things. The water just went over. I tried to vogue. All right. What do you want?
Man down.
There
Ship
we are.
down.
There we are. Okay.
All right, we can fix that.
Thank you.
All right, has everyone scored?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right. Underwriter and next song, Pete.
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step by step. Step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step by step, ooh baby, really want you in my
Who picked the boy band?
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Kathleen.
Stop it.
There's your answer.
Kathleen. Well, now wait. Now, because here's what we've come to now, folks. These two have upped the ante. These two at the end now, we now have to have visuals. All right? So,
All right, what do you got?
all right, here's your visual. Here you go.
I don't.
What do we got? Hello, King. Yes.
Nice.
Let me hold it out front for the
Wait.
camera.
Look at Joey. How adorable. Now, was this yours, though, Kat?
Oh, yeah. No. No.
Yeah, it is her pillowcase. I see the drool in the corner.
Well,
I love it.
It's old. You actually,
All
did you
right, now
buy
wait.
this?
Now, wait. Let me finish, Bob.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is strictly a sentimental choice because it was my daughter's time and we had to live, breathe, sleep new kids. We had the stage, we had the dolls, we had the sheets, we had the towels, we had the shirts, we had the hats. I even had a watch and I couldn't find it this morning. I could not find the watch. I had a pink watch and I think it's got Jordan on the face of it. Oh dear God, we even had to go see them. So depending on who you like, in 1992 when they came through, 5 boys from Dorchester, Jonathan, Joey, Jordan, Danny, and Donnie, and you know some of them. They came together, and whether they were a boy band or not, Ken, you really can't ignore their popularity because they were just worldwide. Everybody knew them. Everywhere they went, they had screaming girls. They disbanded, I think 94. I'm not exactly sure.
But they're back
But they
together.
they are still.
They're touring,
They
yeah.
still do concerts. They are coming back
Wow.
to Boston in September.
Wow.
Are you
They'll
going?
be back. No, but my daughter went the last time because she lives in Salem, so she did see their last Boston concert.
Wow.
3 of them have gone on to show business. 2 are no longer really involved in the show business. But in 1990, they had 2 American Music Awards. They had one for the most popular pop rock band, and then they had another one for the most popular pop rock album. So they are responsible for bringing in a lot of the boy bands and the music that you heard in the following 90s, whether you like boy bands or not, Ken.
All right.
They still, you just can't negate their popularity. I'm sure there were critics that said, no, they were awful. There was some accusations about them
Like a
lip
guy sitting to your
syncing.
left.
There were some accusations of lip syncing because that was the Milli Vanilli crisis. And they went on Arsenio Hall and sang live and proved that, no, they were not lip syncing, although they did use some tracks in the background. But
Yeah, because they were very active in their shows. So yeah,
they were
a lot
very
of artists
active.
do
A
that.
lot of dancing, a lot of moves, a lot of choreography. They were amazing to watch. We did see them live down at Quasi Amusement Park, and they were absolutely fabulous. They were great showmen. But
There's a
a
flashback.
lot,
Quasi Amusement
yeah,
Park, huh?
yeah, we did. We went. I went. I saw the new kids. So nothing cuter than Joey McIntyre.
Still kind of adorable.
And he still is. He's on TV. He has a show, and of course we know the Wahlbergs, and we know that Mark started with them, and he left and became Marky Mark.
And the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, and he. But they had others starting with him. Joey was, I think, like the 3rd replacement. I'm not sure.
Were they created by a producer?
More or
was
less.
it-
More or less.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
more
they
or
all
less.
were at that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think Danny Wahlberg, I think, was the first one he signed. I'm not
I
exactly
see.
sure.
Sure.
But talk about hair. You kids were talking, You were talking earlier about
How old are
hair.
these guys,
Boy,
these
they
new
had
kids?
hair. They were in their 20s. Joey was the youngest. I think he was like a junior in high school.
So they're in their 40s, early 50s
now,
now?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Dan's on.
They're like my age or a little older.
Dan's on Blue Bloods. He's big on Blue Bloods.
Yeah.
So I guess you're giving yourself a 7 for that?
Oh, shut up, you. I'm going with a 10. I'd go more, but it's, as I said, it's strictly sentimental. My daughter would never speak to me.
That's all about it is.
Sorry.
Yes, I would say that
I'm losing my
strictly
voice here.
sentimental doesn't work here, Kat.
Oh, sure. Now you're a music critic, Bob.
Yeah, no.
Well, Peter, I noticed one thing. They make it up as they go along.
I know.
If you
I know.
notice
The
that,
rules
girls,
change.
They make up the rules as they go along.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
No,
It only took me 3 years, but I'm learning.
Basha, there's no learning curve here.
There's nothing to learn.
No.
It changes every week.
You know, it's an interesting thing about boy bands, and it's similar to what I said about Janet Jackson and also Madonna, that without the visuals, the song goes on forever. Number one. It's just striking to me that it becomes a boring kind of like song, and I don't know if you all feel that yourself, but
that's true of I think the songs of the 90s.
The 90s are all
they were dance tunes.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of Shaft. I heard a little bit of disco in there. I heard
Shaft?
Yeah. There's
a riff of a violin in there, which was really a synthesizer.
Yeah, was that.
I think too, Bob, with the songs from the 90s, they had to grab, because you're talking about, this is before social media.
Sure.
So all they've got is MTV.
Yeah, right.
And the
right.
kids
This is the MTV.
They were all watching videos. These were all songs that were meant to be videos. I think we mentioned that before.
I did. I brought right off the bat.
Yeah,
and I had become of that age
long.
where I didn't need a video to sell me. I didn't go ooh goo goo gaga over a bunch of guys dancing on my TV.
Yeah. Well, it's really interesting now with that. All
right, Bob. We need a vote because we got to finish this up in a half an hour.
That Asian group, right?
1 through 10.
What's the name? Yeah. What? No.
Come on,
what's the
we need a score.
Yeah. I know you're talking about my kid. My daughter likes them.
I'm giving this song a 7.5. 7.5. I kind of like boy bands. I mean, like I never got it.
Me neither.
Maybe because I was a man. I
don't
know.
It never held any appeal for me.
No.
It is very repetitive.
Pete, what are you going to be giving the song?
7.
All right. Go ahead.
I'll go. I'm going 8. Just I also am sentimental. That was my time too. I didn't. New Kids on the Block. I liked them. They weren't my favorite or anything, but I did enjoy that little flashback.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up liking boy bands, which is fine. It's understandable. That and I had an older brother and sister that probably wouldn't have allowed me to if I wanted to. So they were definitely the 80 rockers fans. So I grew up that way. So for that, but I do get, the idea, the visual and all that. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Yeah.
I just didn't do boy bands then. I think they all look alike, they all sound alike. Not only within the band, every song sounding alike, but one boy band
the genre
versus another.
Yeah,
it was all the same.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, MTV, you're giving me New Kids. All right, I'm gonna put you on A&E instead, which was A&E was a hell of a lot better back then than it is now. But that's another show altogether. I'm gonna go with a 7.
Oh, Ken. Cared.
Wowee.
I care. That's why you're getting a 7.
But the are good. I gave them the half.
I was going to go with a 5.5 on that one, Kathy. I'm being very kind here.
It's kind of interesting that we're all kind of low on this. We're all lowballing it. I don't know.
It's okay. I can take it. Like I said, it was strictly sentimental.
Although I do have to say, A+ for the prop.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that.
I could have brought the shirt.
I didn't have
could have
enough
brought
time
the
for
stage
my Vogue outfit this morning.
I do have the doll.
All right.
Yes. Are we going to be able to tolerate this next one? Let's find out.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com. They are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show, I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. And I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I've got friends in low places. Well, I guess I was wrong. I just don't belong. But then I've been there before. Everything's alright. I'll just say goodnight and I'll show myself to the door. Hey, I didn't mean to cause a big scene. Just give me an hour and then we'll all be as high as that ivory tower that you're living in. Whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I've got friends in low places.
The never-ending country song, they actually have to fade it out because it just won't end.
No.
Thank God it's over.
No, because
he has a lot of friends.
No, because
You know what? That's even cliche for the artist.
Whose was that?
Cliche. That was mine because I thought
That's cliche for Garth Brooks.
Cliche?
Yes.
What do you mean?
He even hates that song.
Oh, well, I love that song, and I'll tell you why. First,
All right, who is it?
Yeah,
it's Garth Brooks.
It's Garth Brooks.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Garth Brooks. And
that was very early Garth Brooks.
Yeah, 1990.
And Garth Brooks has actually gone on television to say, "Oh God, I hate that song."
Really?
I know, yes.
It is so
That's what I'm saying. It's
fun.
cliche for Garth Brooks.
It's fun. It's
Talk about
fun.
Bob. You just torpedoed my song about being repetitive. That is the most repetitive song on the. It's all chorus. There's no lyrics. It's just chorus.
Oh no!
Yes.
There's a really good chorus that tells him I'm going to a black tie affair and feeling out of place.
Yeah, that's the
And he
one
says to
verse.
there's a second. No.
There's two verses.
There are two.
I ran out of lyrics, so I'm just going to keep
two
singing
verses.
the chorus to make 4:30.
Oh no! But I bet you can't. When you're in a bar and this song comes on, I bet people can't stop bopping to
They
it.
usually
Because
play
you're
it at the
drunk.
end of the night.
Yeah, you're
Right.
drunk.
Yeah, no.
Right before closing
Yeah,
time.
right before
I'm
closing time.
inebriated.
The Leaf actually had a contest. No, it wasn't the Leaf. It was the place that moved over onto Southwick Road. They had a contest last year. What song is the worst song ever that can be played in a bar or whatever? And that was on the list.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely.
Well,
awesome.
Skyline did
Now,
that.
All right,
you-
Bob,
Yeah.
tell us why you like it.
I'll tell
Come
you
on.
about the writing of it. I've got friends in low places. And somebody thought about this. So I've got friends in low places where the whiskey
Genius.
goes and the so the O of Oasis and the low are low and high, and it's really thought out, and it's an actually well written song. And it is a song. It's not that pap that we've been listening to earlier from all those boy bands.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
At any
hey,
rate,
hey, hey.
it's a 10.
Stop that.
I'm sorry for being so.
Can you honestly give yourself a 10?
I am. I love that song. I love to sing that song.
I, as everyone knows, ran karaoke for years and years.
Yeah.
I had to actually learn how to sing that song because I get requests for it.
And nobody
I didn't have it as a normal song because I don't have a Garth Brooks CD when I go to a club or a party or whatever. And if I sang it before I got requests for other people to try to do it, then it was almost tolerable. But it seemed that every week, at least once or twice, I had several people getting up trying to sing that song half-cocked, and they destroyed it, and I just have really bad memories of it.
PTSD right there.
Yeah, I'm like, I look at the sign-up slip, I'm like, oh, Jesus, they want to do Friends in Low Places? Really?
Even after all these years, I mean, they
and-
don't play that song.
And
so
it's
great.
country.
Or do they?
And it's country.
What,
But
you got something against country?
it all sounds alike.
This is Ken we're
It
talking
all-
about.
No, but this isn't even good country. There's good
Yeah.
country, and then there's this.
Yeah, you think the song's going to end, and it just keeps going and going and going.
All right, hit it to me. Shoot it to me simply.
I'm going to go 6.5.
Okay.
I still care about you.
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank
being fair. I'm not just going to go 2 because it's a horrible, sucky song.
Such a good
I'm-
friend, isn't he?
I'm keeping
Can
you.
I go next?
I'm keeping you in the running, Bob.
Peter is gonna ruin me here. Go ahead.
I go back to our good friend the Wayans brothers for my take on this.
Hated it.
Exactly.
Hey there.
Oh,
Hated it.
Hate it.
So it was
they're
hated.
vicious today,
it was
girls.
hated it. And
They're vicious.
it was hated it instead of 2 snaps and a.
Thumb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Circle.
All right.
Because of
Peter.
all the things I've outlined in the
yes.
past 5 minutes, I give it a 5.
Well,
And that's
was
one of the
kind.
lowest scores I've ever given on this show. For the past 5 years, that's one of the lowest scores I've ever
That's
given.
right.
Oh,
That's
we've
right.
given
You're very nice,
twos.
Peter.
That's
Yeah, but
definitely
I've-
not 2 snaps and a third.
But
I
I've
think
never
we-
given that low of a score, and I just hate with a passion this song. I'll have to clip that later.
All right. I'm gonna have to speak to my friends in low place.
Yeah, your friends.
You're looking at me,
Hey,
Bob.
I was gonna say,
Hey,
why
Bob.
are you over on this
Your
side?
friends are putting you in a low place right
Speaking,
now.
speaking of friends in low.
I know. I'm like, what?
Speaking of friends in low places, Kathy.
I'll go next. Garth Brooks. You gotta love Garth Brooks, but I don't. But anyway, no.
I'd rather listen to Thunder Road or something.
Yeah, he's a tremendous talent. He
Thunderfall.
really is.
Yeah,
and
it's
this
the one.
song was just featured. PBS is running a country special lately on country.
I
the
know it. I've
history of
been
country.
watching it. Yeah.
And they said something about when he started out, he wasn't doing well, and that's when he wrote that song to emphasize that he was down on the bottom and he wasn't the big
in a
star.
low
It definitely shows.
But I'm
stop.
honestly, I'm not a favor of country westerns, so I gotta go with a 7, Bob. I'm sorry.
I think she's being generous.
I have tremendous admiration for him as a performer, but that doesn't.
This
doesn't
wasn't his
mean-
best song.
If you picked,
No, it's
if you
not.
picked,
No,
the, if you
it's
picked the
not.
dance, you probably would have
No.
scored higher.
It's
Yeah.
just this song that everybody plays because they all want to try to do the line dancing that they don't know how to do, and they watch each other and kick the wrong leg and turn the wrong way.
It's like
You
the
know,
hokey pokey.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
They all
that
wanna
it's
try-
reminding everybody of
Hope,
the hokey pokey.
Your
I
turn.
don't know.
Your turn to
Hey.
skewer Bob.
I'm not going to do that because
She was in here dancing.
I
to
was
that.
dancing. That song to me, it's not my favorite Garth. I agree with you, Thunder Road.
Yeah.
But it's still, 30 years later, and I still was kind of like dancing around and I still knew the words. So
Yeah.
to me, that, it holds up in some way, shape, or form. And I'm going to give you an 8.5.
Oh, thanks.
Sympathy score. But anyway,
Things can shift here with Basha.
Boss, you gotta finish it out.
Well, I agree as with Hope here. But thinking of 1990, I don't think of that as a 1990 song. And I would say it's not one
It
of my...
came out in 1990.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. I just
Yeah.
don't think... I don't
So
think
you
of that
think
era.
I
don't think of that era. I don't think of that when I think of it.
Okay.
So for that being the theme of the show today, I'm going
Bob,
to be
quit that.
nice and give it a 6.
Sorry. A 6.
6. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Sorry,
finish
Natalie.
last.
Oh, God help me.
What else we got? We got 2 more?
No, I think we got one more. Don't we?
One?
No, we have 2 more. That's right.
We
We
have
gotta get
2.
moving.
Me
Okay.
and Ken.
All right, 2 more in 15 minutes. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right.
All righty.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
I did it.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
If you see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the Love Shack, yeah, yeah. I'm heading down the Atlanta highway, looking for the love getaway.
Okay, you take that big 90s hair that you walked in here
Right.
with and explain yourself.
All right, so yes, I have 90s hair today. I was
You
channeling
even brought your
90s.
yearbook.
I
TV.
brought- So the whole
You
reason
guys
I
upped
picked
the ante here.
the theme 1990 today was it is the 30th anniversary of my high school graduation in 1990. So I brought in my yearbook and
From,
I made
St.
a
Mary's
prayer
High
log
School.
Appropriate.
from St. Mary's, yes. And this was just a song that I thought also stood kind of the test of time. It's fun. Maybe you hate it, maybe you don't, but a lot of people still dance to it. People are still dancing to this song today.
It's a highly requested song
Yes,
when I
it
DJ
is.
on.
Yeah, it's still people still love
B50.
the Love Shack.
Karaoke, weddings.
It also
everything.
has a sentimental thing for me. This was my Aunt Ginny's favorite song. She passed away in 1997, and it's sort of like like whenever I hear this song on the radio or something comes up with the song, it makes me feel like she's with me.
Oh, I love that.
Aw.
So I wanted to,
Shout out the
yeah, kind of honor her, and it worked for the year, and I love this song.
Okay.
So you're giving yourself a 7?
I give myself a 10 plus.
All right.
Wait,
so,
I was going 10 plus. On
so that
one.
was another song that was over karaoke'd back in the days, and I actually I had a girlfriend at the time who had a set of pipes on her, and she could just nail that song. So I performed it a lot, and I didn't perform it because I wanted to. I had to. But at the same time, we would have very large family gatherings, and I would set up, my sound system and bring my music and karaoke stuff. And we would perform that, and there'd be 30 family members doing the train all through the driveway
Yeah.
and through in and out of the garage. So there's some good memories that come with that song as well. I was up at 9. I'm down at 6 because it's that song again. And I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't repeat, so I'm up to 7. And then I come halfway between 9 and 7, and I'm going with an 8 on that one.
Ooh.
It's a good score from Kenny.
That is a good score from Ken Stomsky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With justification.
You guys none of you were paying attention because you all knew the song, but you don't realize that I had my mic open and I sang the whole damn song.
Nope.
Watch it in the playback. I sang the whole song.
Wow, really?
And
I'm
this is one of
expecting
the few
good numbers
songs-
from you then.
This is one of I already gave you a 10. This is one of the few songs. This is one of the few songs that I can sing and I love to sing. And
Give us one little
I thought-
little version of it. One little cut of it.
I don't want to hear it's as big as a whale. Let's do that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's a fun
Which one? Which is your favorite lyric in this?
I don't know. I like the whole song, Bob. This is a song that I would have picked, but I let Hope have it. Because I usually pick I let everybody get their song choices in, and then I pick mine. But this is in the top 3 of my favorite sons.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely.
Good job.
Because of the video, because of the fun nature of the song, and because the B-52s, I love a lot of their stuff, and they just have that particular sound that you just don't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
You hear the first 3 drum beats of that song, and you know exactly what the song is, and it's held up over a long period of time.
Wow.
True.
Well, I was in college, my second time for my master's at Fordham in 1990, and waiting on table and doing a little acting here and there. And so I didn't know who the B-52s are. I just said, I thought they were like you two. I mean, that I get them confused. I have no idea.
It's a number.
Bob
Very
has a
different.
guest. Bob has a guest whose theme song is "Rome" by the B-52s, and he's like, "Who's that? And why are we playing this song?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Bob, it's your guest theme song." And he went, "Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I had no idea. And you two, I know because of Bon Jovi, but B-52s, I don't know anything about. So I hate to confess, but this was the first time I heard this song.
What?
What? You
No,
serious?
sir.
What rock you live under, Bob?
Where
No,
have
I'm
you
telling
been?
I don't know, but I obviously have not been in
Then
the
maybe you
Love
should have
Shack.
put on
To
your
a wedding
headphones.
or
No,
somewhere?
never heard this song. No, remember my
Maybe you
wedding.
should have. Maybe you should have put on your headphones.
We're
Bob, and
playing
listened to the song.
40s and 50s music. It's a different age
Yeah,
group.
but since then, a couple
Yeah.
decades,
Yeah.
it's still here.
been
But
30
so
years.
and anyway,
Yeah.
so I got to hear this for the first time. I
don't believe
I
you.
would listen to this again, and
Okay.
I knew the name Love Shack, but I think I was getting it confused with Sugar Shack. You know, sugar shack.
So-
What
I know
was
the
that?
song, yeah. So what are you gonna give it, Bob?
Yeah, we only
I'm
have
gonna.
one
I'm
more song.
giving this song an 8.5 because I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't like. It's strange. I guess 1990 was not a year for a lot of big hits. Or
There was a
I
ton
mean,
of
like,
big hits,
Yeah, there was a
but
lot.
a ton of big hits. Well, two of your all-time favorites, Peter, right?
I need to
Came
get
out in
Basha out of here at
Okay,
10 of.
yeah.
So we're gonna move on.
All right, I'm going with an 8 too. I like it. An 8 also. I liked it. It's a good song. It's a fun song.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. Everybody sings to it. Everybody dances.
Yeah. Actually, I have to say, I think it was a great song. I forgot all about that song,
Mhm.
and I think it totally brings me back. And every time I hear it, it's fun. Makes me want to groove. And I think of the video too. So I'm gonna give it a 9.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
Wow!
All right, no break, right into the song.
I agree.
You're hot.
Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers.
Master
Jive
Mixers.
Bunny and the Master Mixers.
Mega Mixers.
One of the
Master
first
Mixers.
mashup songs of all time.
Yeah,
Really?
with Swing the Mood. Now, so this is basically...
And what's the name? Swinging in the Mood?
Swing the Mood. Now, this is basically the beginning of the whole 90s sampling craze. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And, in the 80s, you had the Hooked on Classic stuff.
Yeah.
But those were more of a medley. All right? This was sampling. And it was one of the first big songs that got into that.
First hit, yeah.
And I thought that this song would appeal to Bob with the 40s big band at the beginning. And
I think it did.
And the 50s doo-wop, I'm sure, brings Kathy back to her.
Hey, wait. I wasn't, no.
Fond memories.
Move
you were
on.
very young.
Move
The
on.
new kids.
As for, for Pete and myself, all right?
I was
Not the old kids.
Pete and
like new
myself, we
kids.
should bring back memories of any wedding we disc jockeyed.
Yep.
All right?
Yeah.
Or this was a must. It was just like the electric slide or chicken dance, you know?
And who did it again?
Jive Bunny and
Bunny.
the Master Mixers.
Jive Bunny and the...
And as we covered with a few other songs, there were a lot of artists that had hits in 1990, but most of them were not classics, all right?
Uh-huh.
You might hear them in an elevator or the supermarket, right? And you say, oh, I remember that song. But this is another one of those few songs from that year that don't go out of style. You go to
because
a
it's
wedding now
all
and you
the
play it,
1940s
you're going to
and
have that
50s,
dance
yeah.
floor full. So
Yeah.
obviously I'm giving myself a 10.
Obviously.
I am going to go next.
Boss, because she's got to get out of here.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say I like the song. I definitely
Songs.
Okay,
Songs.
But thinking of 1990, I wouldn't have thought of 1990 at all.
Because you're not a DJ and think of sampling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not. So for that, I did like the songs, but I wouldn't thought at all 1990. So I'm gonna give it like a 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Well, we have a
coming.
difference of opinion here
Yeah.
because it's 3 girls against 3 guys. You do know that.
Yeah, it's an
All right.
even panel.
Even, well, I'm not sure it's even with this whole group, I got to tell you. There's a little uneven going on here.
Hanging up on.
Little odd.
here.
Anyway, I'm giving you a 10.
Wow.
Really?
I loved it.
Well,
10.
I loved it too, but
Or
I kept
3.
thinking, well, yeah, this is new and old at the same time, but all those songs were written before 1990, and because of that, but it had a great beat.
It
to
garnered a new genre of music. Bob.
Yeah, and so we've got this sampling thing going on. So I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Impressed.
Well, you're not going to like me today, Ken, because I agree. I like the song. It's fun. I remember hearing it out, but it is not 1990 to me at all. It doesn't say anything about 1990 to me, and I'm going with a 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she's playing.
I knew how to play you two, Kathy
played
and
me.
Bob,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But I didn't really think that. Most people don't think sampling. Like
Ken,
me and
I'm going to
Pete.
give you a 9.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations.
These scores are weird today.
They are weird. They're all over the place.
They are weirder than I've ever known them to be.
I think what that song proves is that all of those are they bring back memories, and they're songs, and it's not that the heavily produced. Manufactured songs that we've been listening to, and this is not to say anything that your high school days.
There was mostly bad music.
But mostly bad music.
We were just going back to 1990.
Hey, Pete, do we have
But
total?
great hairdo.
Yeah, we have a winner.
Thank you.
Great
Okay,
hairdo.
so let's start at the bottom.
At the bottom with 43 points is Bob Plass in Low Places.
Where the whiskey flows.
Followed by the New Kids on the Block at 47.
47. No.
We have a tie at 49, Ken Stomsky, Swing the Mood, and Pete Cole's Rhythm Nation.
Wow.
Whoa.
You
very
two
good.
tied.
49 and a half. No, that's not the winner yet. 49 and a half, Basia with Vogue.
Whoa.
And the winner, She Retains.
There you go.
Reigning champ.
Hope Retains.
There
with
is a lot of
50
pressure now.
53 and a half out of 60.
Wow, good
Wow.
job. Congratulations.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
And what was
Thank
the song that
you.
won?
I Love Shack.
Love Shack.
Love Shack by B-52.
Yes, not you two.
Yes,
Beef.
not you two.
I gotta
Me
go
too.
Google them.
It was
Yes.
the hair.
I should have
the hair
played
put me
Depeche
over the
Mode. I
edge.
could have
It
won
was
with
the
that
hair.
song.
I do love
yeah.
Depeche Mode.
Love it.
I'm starting to think it was a mistake to bring Hope on you. She's going to keep winning every week.
That's great.
Well, I am replacing Dan. Wasn't he a big winner?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
Dan used to bring in the
No.
most eclectic songs.
He did.
He was as bad as I was.
All right.
Damn.
But we missed you.
So I'm going to end up doing a very quick song, like that Depeche Mode. That'll be great to go out on here.
Yeah.
I want to thank Basha before she has to run out.
Thank
And
you.
then we'll do the wrap right after Depeche Mode. So Basha, thanks for coming down here and almost
so much.
winning.
Appreciate it. Till next time.
Well, that was last time too, right?
Wait a minute, we should.
We were
wait,
like neck
Basha,
and neck.
wait a
neck
minute,
and
we
neck.
got to say that if you want to meet Basha, you're down at Vivid Hair
Yeah,
Salon.
I'm down at Vivid Hair Salon and Spa, 99 Elm Street,
Yeah.
across the street from the Gas and Electric. And I just wanted to promote that we are doing a cut-a-thon for anti-bullying for kids on April 4th from 10 to 2 at the salon. You guys are more welcome to come in or be a part of it. And if there's any hairdressers, barbershops, or dog groomers, or anybody in the beauty industry listening, I'm looking for people that would like to participate in their own business, or they can help out in mine as well for that day.
How do you like that? Is that for a particular
For Unify, for anti-bullying for kids.
Unify?
Yep. and
All
you
right.
can
We got to go to a
contact me.
break, Bob.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Take
Basha.
care.
Bye, Basha.
Words like violence break the silence, come crashing into my little world. Painful to me, it's right through me. Can't you understand? Oh, my little girl. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm.
9:54 and a half, and I'm coming back in. I can't let Hope be the only one in the studio with the big hair.
Look at you and the big hair.
That's
I love it,
big
Ken.
hair, man.
You ought to wear it like that all the time. How long is exactly?
It's
how
got
long
a
have
yob,
had
you
your
know.
hair
It
like that?
it really gets in the way and causes trouble. So this is really an only going out type of thing.
I got it. Yeah.
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 Or when I was performing on stage, it'd go down.
Yeah, you got that's the rocker look.
It's
man.
great.
Yeah.
You remind
Skid
me of,
Row.
Yeah, you remind me of a rocker
Skid Row.
for some reason. Skid
Yeah,
Row.
rocker.
The guy, no, it's a band.
Oh, it's a band. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought.
That
oh,
has bad luck
the
in
person on
Springfield.
Skid
Yeah,
Row.
yes, I forgot about that. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Very bad
no,
luck in
You
Springfield.
look like a band. You look like Bo Bice, who was
Fabio.
No,
Remember
Bo Bice.
Fabio?
I see Bo
I
Bice.
can see Bo Bice. Yeah.
Bo Bice.
I can see
No,
that.
Yeah.
no.
that, though.
If I were to actually take off the glasses, I would look like Jimmy Van Zant.
Yep.
That's right.
That-
That's Steve Van
Or the
Zandt's
loaf
brother.
when he had
Yeah.
big hair.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe the
There
loaf.
you are.
That's pretty. And you know, if the goatee was a little heavier, it'd be Jimmy Van Zant. But
I see a little
There
meatloaf in
you
him
are.
too.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
yeah.
I see an
Yeah,
Allman
well.
Brother, perhaps.
from that side, I can see that.
Do you
too.
have
But,
you cut it at all in the last year or two? Never
occasionally
cut it?
dead ends. That's about it.
Just dead ends.
Yeah.
So this is about 3 or 4 years of
20.
Yeah, how
20
about, how about
years.
decades, Bob?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When my mother passed in 98, that's when I kind of stopped.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting. Ah, wild.
Yeah. So next week on the Den, I just want to make sure I cover this before we wrap everything up. I'm going to have Dave Flaherty in because it's the first Monday of the month, and we like to have our politicians in here. 2 weeks from now, hope you'll be joining us. I've been saving your op-eds, and I have a few
Okay.
other things for us. 3 weeks from now, I have Chef John back in the studio. After that, I know what I want to do, but I'm waiting for everything to fall together and work out time-wise with several people. So I'm not going to mention anything now, but I think Hope knows what I'm aiming for that day. And then last Tuesday of the month, Mayor Humison will be in here. He got in touch with me yesterday. He's like, hey, look, when can I come on again? I'm like, hey, I got this date coming up. All right, sure. So,
Wonderful.
have your get on social media, send
questions
questions
together,
to me for Mr. Humison, and we'll, he
Mayor
he wants to take questions. So
That's very good.
We'll
Very,
open
very,
it up.
Very good. So you got to tell everybody. Hope Tremblay is your columns appear. Where do they appear? And you are the editor of the Westfield
The editor
News.
of the Westfield News, and typically my column appears on Mondays.
It's a really great column, incidentally. It would, you're like Irma Bomback, only revisited. Yeah,
okay.
No.
All right, so we again hope you are the winner of making the list.
Yay!
Oh,
and,
yay!
And I think we're going to be looking at playing in April.
Okay.
So I'm giving
Got some time.
I'm giving everyone March off for this, and we'll be doing this again in April.
Okay.
So-
I won't be here the week of school vacation.
Oh, it's
Is
always
that
the last week.
Oh, the last. Okay, yeah, we're
So
good
school
then.
vacation's the middle of the month.
Yep.
We're all right. Good, and you're going to announce your theme so that we can.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I'm
She
gonna
has
think
7
about
weeks
it.
to think about it.
I'm
Okay.
going to think about it.
Sounds very good.
All right.
I'm going to a low place somewhere.
I'm
going to have a beer.
I'm going to go up
No,
to
I'm-
my yob after I put my hair back up.
I have to go to City Hall. There's no
You're going
love
to
shack in my
God,
future.
where are you going, Kath?
I'm
To-
home
over
to
to
do
the
the
cow?
cows.
Cows.
It's cow time.
Cow time.
Yeah.
Peter,
Time to
you're
herd the
staying
cows.
here, aren't you?
Yes.
Aren't you?
And that is
Yeah.
all the time we have left. I will catch you next week.
Bye.